I, 35F, found out my husband, 38F, was secretly still talking to his ex extensively when I first started dating him. Should I be concerned about that? Totally fed up. This was going on behind my back until I found out about it. Supposedly, it stopped and never continued, but husband always lied about the extent of the conversations. He said he didn't have the chat, but I recently found out that he backed it up and emailed it to himself. They were exchanging pictures and everything, not sexual, just selfies of her face from her and pictures of his daily life that he was also sending me. Literally, he was texting us the same stuff. They were still doing this 2 months after we started dating, and it only stopped when I found out and was hurt by it happening without me knowing. This was while I was already sleeping over at his house. He was calling me his girlfriend, etc. We married 5 months after that, so it was already a serious relationship. It just sort of feels like he cheated on me emotionally. But I'm not sure if I'm just being dramatic. He also lied to me about how recently they had met up and been together. I figured out all his cheating actively using an installation FRM zip crack via Instagram. My husband is scum. I found out he cheated on me countless times meeting women in different hotels. I found out they met up and had sex just months before we started dating. He told me it was a very long time before. I thought he told me years, but my memory might be wrong on that one. Our marriage now has a lot of problems because he lies to me so much that I feel like I can't trust anything he says. He mostly lies to avoid conflict, but he does lots of stuff behind my back. Mostly stuff he knows I wouldn't like if I found out about it. Like hanging out with his friend he used to do hard drugs with. That gov was also extremely creepy and rude to me. Makes very uncomfortable. When I do find out, he always makes some excuse for why he did it. Or he will explain that his definition of lying is different, so it's not really lying, etc. Sometimes, after a long conversation, he will admit that he did lie and apologize. I'm also pretty nervous being married to him, because I found out he has a history of trying hard drugs, has had at least one dull that almost sent him to jail, and his phone contacts were full of prostitutes when we first started dating. He claims he never used them. However, this was all stuff he did in his early 30s, before we met when he was 37. He has managed to straighten out his life since then, no longer does drugs and hardly drinks, got a master's degree and a good job, etc. I don't think he is seeing someone else behind my back now. I think I would notice anyway, because we both work from home and neither of us travel a lot for our jobs. He goes somewhere to work 1 to 2 days a week just because I suggested some distance would be healthy for us. I'm 36, almost 37 now, and I don't know if I should just stay and give this a chance to work out. I really want a family and don't want to start over now. I can't tell if I'm just being too sensitive. I'm also pretty confused about how much lying and dishonesty I should accept in a relationship. The only time I lied to him was to surprise him with a nice gift on his birthday. He can be very loving and kind most of the time, but it's really the constant lying and secrets that I have an issue with.